My name is Stephan Ordoñez. My background is from Honduras, and I'm a photographer, full-time photographer. My name is Stephan Ordoñez, and I'm Tdot cam. Action. One of the major struggles was like every Latin family, being an artist is a no-no for them. You know, we're supposed to go to university. You know, they struggle to get to this country, and then for you to like pursue your dreams as an artist, which is it's a struggle when you start. It's really hard for them to understand that. You know, they rather see bills or like be a construction worker or something that's paying nonstop, right? So it was really hard to convince them, Mom, this is what I want to do. Support me. It's gonna work out in the end. And it was really hard. They were really like, no, just go work. I don't know about this photography thing. They didn't understand it. Now they see it. They're like, okay, we're happy you didn't listen to us for once. See, this is the thing that I didn't know this. My mom told me this maybe like 2 weeks ago. And now I remember about it. But my mom said that when she started working at this, like a Walmart back home, sometimes she wouldn't have a babysitter, so she would take me to work with her. And she was in charge of the photography department. So to entertain me, she said that she would give me like those cameras and I'd be playing with it. Like it didn't have a role, right? But I would act like I was taking photos and everything. When I started photography, I was just going by my normal name. But the guys that I was looking up to, 13 Witness, they all had their nicknames and it was really catchy and it made me more interested in the photography. So I was with Ricky Taco, shout out Ricky Taco. And I told him, I need a name that says I'm a photographer and I'm from Toronto. Because no matter where I go in the world, I want to represent my city. So he was like, why don't you do 6 cam? But I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like 6 is more like not my generation. That's for like this generation. I'm more of the Tdot era. So he's like, okay, so Tdot cam. And I was like, okay, let me go on Instagram and see if this name's taken. And I actually checked and the name was still available. So I was like, all right, man, Tdot cam. It's short, simple, catchy, and it says exactly what I need to say. My daily grind is pretty much building your clientele. You have to build your clientele. I can be the most talented photographer ever, and if I don't have clients, I'm gonna struggle. So what I do is I try to like implement more the business side of it. So building my clientele, engaging with them, even when they just compliment me, hey, your photography is pretty good. I always like talk to them. Oh, you should do some photos, like, or like if they're like a lawyer or something. Hey, don't you need new headshots for your company, whatever? And then it keeps going like that. So now, you know, I've been doing this for 4 years now. So now my client list is big. So it's a little easier for me to keep going because they keep coming back to me. And that's another important thing. Always make sure it's a customer service. Customer service is 100% of this. Always make sure that you give them full quality service and that you engage with them as a person. Because most people, they hire me not because I'm the best photographer ever, but they hire me because they get along with me. They fuck with me, as people say nowadays. One piece of art that I think I'm always gonna be recognized for, I would say the photo shoot that I did with Anuel. At the time, I was in Puerto Rico doing some other business. And I met this guy called Pepe Quintana, he found me through Instagram. And he asked me, he's like, hey, I'm with one of the most talented artists, but he's really underrated, nobody knows about him. Do you want to do a photo shoot with him? And I said, okay, yeah, let's do it, sure. I looked at his page and he had the look, the whole gangster look, you know? And I was like, okay, so what do you guys want to do? He's like, oh, let's go to the hood. So I was like, all right, as long as I'm safe, I'm good. So we go to this random house and here comes this tall guy called Anuel. And I didn't know who the hell he was. And we went to the hood and he wasn't listening to me. We weren't in good contact. Like I was telling him, bro, pose like this, pose like that. And he told me, bro, I'm just gonna do whatever I have to do. Just take your photos and we'll work with it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I took this one photo of him that he loved, which he's looking towards like his group of friends. And Sadly, 2 months after that photo shoot, he got sent to jail. But that photo was his display pic. So when he went to jail, he went viral all over the world because he was like cussing out the reporters and everything. So my photo was his reference pic for a lot of his fans that got to meet him because of that viral interview. So my photo was everywhere, like Billboard, like Primer Impacto. That photo was everywhere, like, and he was in jail for 3 years. So that photo was on a display pic for 3 years. So everybody that sees that photo recognizes, oh, you took Anuel's photo, like, and everybody. I get a lot of DMs from people telling me the photo shoot you did with Anuel was one of my favorite photos of him because it was just natural. Like he was in his natural zone. He was with his friends. He was in the hood. Like it was nothing was posed, nothing was planned, you know. One hard lesson that I had to learn on set is always come prepared. Always have extra batteries. Always have extra of everything. I once did a photo shoot. I did a wedding photo shoot in Mexico. And I brought enough stuff that I thought, oh, this is good. I'm good to go. But when you're shooting for 13 hours straight, by the end of the night, my batteries ran out. Like they ran out. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? This can't happen. And you know, God always has my back, man. I remember I looked to my right and I seen this, one of the girls that serves the food. And I was like, by any chance, would you have batteries, like double A batteries? And she's like, in Spanish, she's like, oh, there's a luggage there full of batteries. I don't know why, but it's just there. And I'm like, this can't be. I opened it. I can't lie to you. There was like at least like 10 packs of the four batteries. It's like I saw gold. I'm like, I'm like, can I use it? She's like, yeah, they're for the wedding. I don't know why they brought it. I'm like, oh my God. And I got saved. Like God saved me there, man. But I after that, I'm like, yo, before I leave for every photo shoot, I always make sure I got all my memory cards, my battery, because I've been in situations where I get there and I'm missing something because I leave in a hurry. So now I make sure before I leave, everything's ready, my batteries are charged, everything's charged. And if I can even bring extra equipment just to have backup, I got that too. I guess one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me on, at least that I can remember right now, I was on the set for the music video for French Montana and The Weeknd. And I remember I was so hungry, man. I was so hungry. And they had like, you know how they have catering? And I grabbed this burger and I bit it and I'm like, yo, this burger's so good. And all I hear is somebody beside me. He was like, yo, bro, that's poison. Put that down. You should grab some vegetables. And I thought like he was dissing me, like, yo, you calling me fat? But I'm not even looking at him. I'm just talking, right? I'm like, nah, man, this burger's good, bro. Oh, you're missing out. He's like, nah, man, I'm vegan. Like, yo, trust me, become vegan. You'll feel much better. You'll feel like, trust me, bro. And then I'm like, okay, bro, I'll look into it. And then he walked away. And then my boy comes up to me. He's like, yo, you know who you were talking to? I'm like, who? He was like, you were talking to A$AP Rocky. I'm like, no, I wasn't. Then I looked and it was him. It was A$AP Rocky. And I'm like, what the hell? What's this guy doing here? That was just a trip for me, man, because I listen to his music all the time. And I never thought that's how I would meet him. What do I want to be remembered as? Well, yeah, I would like for people to be like, oh, this guy was an amazing photographer. But not just that, I want people to say, this guy was an amazing human being. Not only was he a good photographer, but like he helped other people, he inspired other people. If I eventually get to a point where like I'm a big photographer and I'm well known, I would like to maybe like do a school for other kids, like especially back home. Like back home, art is not really appreciated because in a country of poverty, you either go to university or you don't. Like over there, like that's the only way to succeed, going to university. But art, they don't see it as a way, a form of succeeding in life over there. So I would like to do like go down back home and open up something, even maybe do like a course for these kids, you know, like that teach them photography, teach them video skills, whatever I can impart to them. Hey everybody, you could follow me on Instagram at Tdot.